Another Little Big Robots video for Little Big Robots. That's the channel you're on right now. I talked about this in a couple videos ago, or a video ago, or whatever. This is in my little backlog video. These are Final Faction toys from the Final Faction. These are the same thing here. Final Faction lineup. Final Faction, if you didn't know, I will link in the description. It's a Dollar Tree. It's a line from Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree is a chain of, you know, what they would call a dollar store. It's not the dollar store, but it's I guess the cousin of Dollar Store, one of the dollar stores. Fun fact: Dollar Tree will now have to raise their prices to at least $1.25, I believe, on many items. So they will be the $1.25 store. But this is the Dollar Tree, so I don't know if they're going to have to do the same thing. I reviewed these, and I found for $1. Oh, I don't know, they're $1.50, whatever it is after taxes. These guys were actually really, really cool. As I'm always talking about, you have to balance as a toy manufacturer. The original mold, which is this, all the details here aren't really the time keeper there, the time sink. The artist designs them, I don't know, in a program or in clay or whatever it used to be. That's not really the problem. The problem is not even having it manufactured in Japan, in China. The real problem is applying some kind of paint to make all these cool little details popping. And it's a balance between, I'll show you one here, actually has a little bit of a dry brush on it. Where was that one at? I think it was in here. You can see just a little bit there. He's got a bit of a dry brushy kind of look over the green. They just basically took that green and they dry brushed a little bit of a gold. Does that come off? I didn't even notice. A little bit of a gold on top, and that gave them that cool metallic. But look at his face. His face has no ink or anything in it at all, but you can see how it's a pretty good mold. So for a lineup that was $1 something, it's, as I always say, it is super important to have cheap toys available for kids. You know, they go into the dollar store, that's all their parents may be able to afford, which is unfortunate. And they can't find anything cool, and they find these, and these are actually really cool. When I was a kid in the 80s, I loved weird little toy lines that weren't really known. Now, it wasn't really I mean, I was able to buy, you know, the standard toys or whatever, but I loved the weird ones because they were so much less, they were so much more imaginative in a lot of my experiences. And plus, they were just kind of cool. It's like finding a weird toy in the wild. So that's the line. Go watch my review for that. Really, really fun little line. These are some of the new ones. The dog just came out, the robot dog, in this. And I did not get the armor bits. I didn't see them. So I'll have to see if I can find those somewhere and get those armor bits. There's a Dollar Tree not too far from my house. I'll go up there and check. When I went in there, it was a nightmare. The poor workers were slammed for the holidays. And it was beat to hell, but it looked like they were redoing it, so good luck to them. Those people work really hard. Everybody works hard in retail. Well, most people, anyway. So this is the Churro and FDO. I guess FDO is the robot dog, and Churro is the little Chihuahua. I guess he's a Chihuahua. Canine's companion. Churro's bite is every bit about as his bark. Oh, I guess Churro is the bot. I guess? No. Because his every bit, okay, I guess Churro would be the driver. Oh, Fido Mech can be modified for flight or ground bot. Oh, how can he be modified for flight? Let's open them and see. Like I said, this was like $1. I'm gonna leave this one in the package. I'm not a leave in the package type of guy. I believe toys should be taken out, you know, and played with. But if you have one in the package, you want to leave it. Yeah, I understand that too. It's not a bad idea if you want to keep it for, you know, for future posterity. Looking back on it, that kind of thing. So let's open this up if I can. And I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Okay, so again, the build quality is not always going to be amazing. It's $1 something, but it's not bad. Let's see if I get that leg. There, I got the leg back in. So this is FDO, the robot dog. Like I said, the Chihuahua goes inside of him as his pilot. The face is really cool. Oh, it has that strong plastic smell. Cheap toy from China kind of smell, but it's not bad. We're all familiar with it. The mold and everything, as you can see, the details are actually really, really cool. I don't know how bright that is because I always film at weird times of day. you know, there, even though it's a strange mix of shapes and stuff, I'm not seeing the, you know, there's that seam line there, but that's not really bad. It's on the you know, the apex of the joint, so it's kind of expected, but it's not super seam. Oh, even got his name on there. Look at that. So as with all of them, you don't have, you know, any points of articulation other than the standard, but that, you know, they're $1.25, whatever it is. So that's fine. These are great for customizing and having fun with. And again, a kid does not necessarily care about 1,400 points of articulation. You know, that's an adult collector thing. I like stuff that you buy and you hold it and you say, what would a kid think? Because these are toys, after all. It would be cool if he was kind of posed a bit differently, if the legs were in a bit different positions, but other than that, I mean, he's a robot dog. Now what you do is you take, oh, and he's got little slots here for putting stuff like this, I guess, for mounting stuff. You know, I got all this random little guns and weapons and stuff. So you take him open like this, and you take Churro, who is the little Chihuahua. Very cute. Again, not a bad little mold. You throw a wash on that sucker, and all those details pop out. Look at that. You see that? What is that on his back? One of those little handles you have with the little doggies, so you can usually those will be like on a swimming pack or something, you know, like a life preserver for dogs or whatever you call it, life vest. So as they're swimming, you can just boop, pick them right up or whatever helps. I know that some assistance dogs will have those for balance and for gripping on them, but this one, he would have it in case you want to take the doggy and you go woo, and you toss him and he lands right into his super mech. How does he get in there? So I've managed to get him in here. Basically, he just sits in there. I don't think there's any particular special way. Can't really quite see in there. Let's see if I can show you. Can't quite see in there, but he basically, I would figure he would go in front ways because he is a doggo. Let's just put him in there like that. Close a little latch. So yeah, we need to get him in there right. But look, he can kind of hang. I think he needs to go in the other way. That's Churro can't see his little LEDs and stuff in there that he's got to see to like target and stuff. How would he go in there? It slots in there. Anyway, let's just put him in however, then fine. Go in there, Churro. Boop. Close it. I like how it kind of latches down. So he's in there controlling. Here's the thing. Is he controlling the robot dog, or does the robot dog have his own personality and he controls himself and Churro's just inside of him? On the field of battle, Churro pilots it. He actually pilots it, the Fido mech, to protect his best friends from all threats. You know, I bet it just hooks up to his brain and he just reads his doggy thoughts. So that's Churro. I think these are two guys and characters I do not have yet. I'm not sure. So they've added on to the line. I'm absolutely fascinated. I've talked about this on Twitter. I'll talk about it again. I'm fascinated by who made these. I know it's a Dollar General thing, a Dollar Tree thing. I'm looking for the manufacturer. There's the website. By the way, they have also a cartoon on YouTube, and it's a little bit goofy, and it's not the best animated, but, you know, again, stop thinking like an adult collector. This is fantastic to have these toys for $1 something. Your mom says, here, spend $10 and get all of them. And you've got, okay, imported by Greenbrier International. I'll look that up. Chesapeake, Virginia. Made in China. Everything's made in China now. But anyway, let's take a look at this this cool car. I thought it was kind of funny how it was in a pretty small package for a car, but it looks like there is some assembly. Let's see all that. Aero ATV. See, look at the bars and stuff. That's actually pretty cool. Again, a lot of people I know, I think people are saying this is basically 1/18 scale. I'm not a 1/18 guy. I don't collect a lot of 1/18 stuff because it's just more expensive. The larger you go, the more expensive it is. But it does look fantastic, and there's a lot of stuff in the 1/18 scale. And somebody was saying these work in the 1/18 scale. Just FYI if you're a collector. Well, I just dropped the part. Let me grab that. Yeah. Okay. So here's the wheels. The wheels, again, you could probably use with like hexagear or something. They're just hollow, but still looks cool. You know, that wheel right there kind of reminds me of Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Then you've got these look like headlights. Really not a bad little part. Again, you could probably use that in something. And yeah, you've got all this stuff. So let me take a break here, and I'm going to build it, and I'm going to come back with it assembled. So there it is, basically assembled. It is pretty you know, pretty thin looking or whatever, but at the same time, this is like a dune buggy type thing. So, you know, they are really open like this, but I just wanted to point out, I really like the roll cage stuff. This all looks really, really good. Again, you could use this in some other, you could use this whole thing in some other build. It would be a great little, I mean, it's just a real basic little design, you know. He could sit on top or sit wherever. And so I'm guessing what it is, because it didn't come with it, is you get these armor parts here, and you can add on, and that will definitely give it kind of a bit more of a oomph. I'm kind of sad they didn't include all those, but I'll go back to the Dollar Tree store up the street, and I'll see if I can find these, because obviously something mounts here, but you could also mount other stuff here. This looks like it has a little room for a person sitting on the back or standing on the back. You know, maybe you can slide into their feet, because they do have, I wish more models or toys did this, they do have little, you know, holes and stuff in their feet, so you could actually mount one on the back and he would stay there pretty well. So that's really, really cool. Not bad. I mean, just for, again, $1 something, you get, imagine being a kid, you don't care where the toy comes from. All you care is it's just something about it is fun, and this has a really good little feel. It rolls well. There's a really funny meme going around that somebody put on a subreddit. I can't remember if it was, I think it was just in the memes subreddit. I'll try and share it or whatever. Of a kid in the back seat, like it was like a little wizard, like a clip art. It's hard to explain, but it was the caption was basically me playing with the cheap toy, the little toy they gave me from the dentist on the way home from the dentist, and he had like a little toy. So when you're a kid, you'd go to the dentist and maybe you'd get a little piece of candy or something afterwards because you were good. And some of them gave you like a little toy that was like a little pinball game or something. Just, you know, it's like a 25-cent toy, $1 toy, not even that. And, you know, but you as a kid love it so much. You're like, whoa, and you're very, very serious. Like it was just this really funny meme. But it points out to me when every time I see it, that kids don't really care. They want something that is just pretty solid, that they can move around. If you can do this and you can go and you can punch, that's all you really need. So really, really cool little line. I love this guy here. This thing is so cool. He needs a dry brush really super bad. I'm not gonna worry about panel line or seam lines or anything on it. I'll probably just leave that alone, unless I could file that down and then repaint them all silver like a gunmetal. But look, he's got his little buddy inside. Look at that, his little tail is even flexible and stuff. Very, very cool. I love this line so much. I'm gonna look up in some of my investigation that manufacturer, distributor, whatever you call it, importer, whatever, because I wanna find out, maybe I'll even see if I can email them who designed these and who put this line out, because I'm just so proud of a line that is so cheap, but is not super insulting to a kid. It's really kind of fun. Oh, his arm fell off, I forgot. It's really kind of fun stuff that you can play with. They give you all these additional parts. You know, you even get a ninja girl and stuff. I mean, just cool stuff. And they should be very proud of this line. I absolutely love it. So anyway, have a good one, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.